Well, it took a bit, but we're actually into the server, folks. We're actually into the server. Welcome back on into the IEM Brazil 2023 North American Closed Qualifier. Well, it didn't get off to the flying start that we wanted to, Paladin. We got here one way or the other, so I guess we'll take it that way. Sorry for the wait for all you folks, by the way.
Yeah, I was definitely worried that we weren't going to even play this game out. We had some kind of postponing, but anyways, we're still into the map pick of, I believe this is MIBR's pick of Vertigo, which, as we stated about in the pre-show, 45 minutes ago to refresh y'all's brains, but it is comfort throughout this veto in terms of MIBR on Vertigo, paiN on Nuke, and we'll finish it off with Overpass to conclude the series if needed, of course. But MIBR on the T side, of all the maps in their pool, this is definitely the one where they understand how to play tempo the most, and you don't see them run out of time that often in comparison to maps like maybe Overpass. So look out for just how brazen some of these players, like particularly Insani, are on this map here.
Well, folks, we're finally getting off to the races here as we are jumping on into the pistol round. Skull is going to be leading out towards this B site, but the rest of MIBR are not really going to jump on this opportunity. So we will give it to you just a moment. For now, creeping and crawling across the site are the rest of paiN, but for the most part, it's a slow round here by MIBR. They're going to go ahead and reposition.
Double smoke, double molly. Trying to look for maybe a mid exec in a B, or potentially split onto this A site. It's still pretty much up in the air. I'm leaning a little bit more to that B side. It's really going to be up to Neck, is the newest addition, surprising to say, on this paiN roster, with a flash to maybe clear out B ramp, and here's the go button down in the mid.
Jumping on into the site, Zevi. Good first headshot. Turtle, Brennison, and Sani, though. That's a triple and a gush onto Zevi the same. It's now a 1v4 for Big Zera all of a sudden. MIBR, they cut the pace, and then they speed it right back on in. It's looking so good for them, as this is going to be their pistol.
Yeah, clean little split onto the B bomb site. Smokes are very well utilized. The trading, I mean, the spacing in general, I mean, all the kills definitely went into their favor, but the spacing was there for that split to work out in wonders. And Insani, Turtle all chime in. And MIBR off to the races on their offensive side of Vertigo. 1-0 start, Bigazera with this raid boss dually armor setup couldn't actually get it going. Wrong time, wrong place, expecting maybe a side haul pop. But that can be moved over to the next round. And let's see how he wants to activate that, because it still can be a bit potent on those tighter choke points like your side holes.
Do need to post this to... Oh boy, we already have another pause. Good grief. On the X-ray side of things, we'll fix that up for you guys right quick. We're going to put this one to like a literal 10-second break, so give this 1 second. Fortunately, unable to get that sorted out. I'm on the home setup, unfortunately, so the commentators are also doing the production here. So we're doing our best to try and bring this game to you. The couple of issues might have Messed up some of the things in the system, but no problem, no problem. We're still back in the game. MIBR versus paiN Gaming kicking off. And MIBR picking up the pistol. Seeing if a little bit of a force buy trying to roll out here from MIBR, as I do need to actually go pick some other things up, but starting off, MIBR do get in their full buy, and paiN on a bit of a messier round, for sure.
I want to definitely set up this FAMAS on Biguzera to get activated early. Here comes his swings out from the bottom B ramp, but they're caught between a rock and a hard place. It smokes the Molotovs. It gets really uncomfortable for these paiN site hold members, but they're debating on going through this. That nade kill might definitely goad them in.
Yeah, that might draw them into the situation, but there are plenty more players lying in wait here for paiN. 3 rotations. And a flash for Zevi. They're going to push on in. Skulls up close with those dual Berettas. Deal some damage, certainly, in this force buy round. Skulls toying with them, the jiggle peek, but the flash, excellent. Zevi, though, strikes with a headshot, and we're looking at some great force buy kills coming out from paiN. It's all of a sudden a 2v2. The last 2 members of MIBR on the site, and a team kill! A triple headshot from Biguzera, and that's not going to help you out there. Tragedy strikes for paiN, and MIBR survive.
I mean, he gets the kill through the smoke. The 2v2 ensues. Low HP on both of those Ts. It felt like paiN had a way back in, but an unlucky timing there. Neck is swinging in front of his teammate. And the stars align in the most unfavorable of scenarios. MIBR get away with a nightmarish round. Down to the complete save for paiN Gaming now. And MIBR should be thanking everything right now that they can rack up some money here and kind of say bygones be bygones and carry on forward here. Quick side haul pop, and this gamble that paiN has set up is looking to not really amount to anything.
So just a bit of a creep up here from Henny. Smoking towards elevator, and they're going to clean up this eco nice and easy. Zevi, good headshot. Oh my goodness, nice and easy is in big quotation marks again. Because MIBR, they're struggling versus the pistol. Turtle turns up with an ace. Unbelievable. All 5 in 5 seconds.
Oh man, I mean, highlights on highlights. Turtle saving them. Zevi tried as he might. 2 kills on that deagle. Nekis swings from elevator through that smoke, and MIBR again caught off guard. But Turtle, man, I mean, this guy has been a staple for this roster for so long. And 9-1, 3 rounds deep, saving MIBR yet again. Guns are out, sure, but it's not without its kind of concessions. They are on a timer here if paiN can get back into this, but it's Insani, the new boy on the block, just bursting through the ramp smoke and opening the account up in this first buy round for MIBR.
Goodness grief, it's also a pretty risky angle here from Zevi. No one's really going to challenge. No one's on the other side, but it is going to escort in this push. Neck is going to start creeping up this ramp side. There's a player right behind that smoke too. Just around the edge of it, and Nekis will find Brennison. A 4 versus 4. It's interesting doing an X-rayless cast because I get to kind of like do a little bit more, I guess, illustration of what's going down. So it's truly its own genre of commentary.
Absolutely. I mean, we get to kind of craft our own narrative and our own sort of painting of this round, and so far it's another trade up into this ramp here.
$2v3 up on the site. And Insani is going to start pressing that issue. What a shot. That was onto an AWP holding the angle. The instant trade there from exit. Now, some early hiccups for sure, but MIBR, that first go around, good signs.
Certainly the case. I mean, finding a way to win that man advantage, swing the way in your favor is boding good signs. Right now, slowly starting to right the ship after some collapses in that early round, or early rounds, so to speak. But all's well now. 5 rifles up for MIBR. And we've got a little bit of a half buy here for paiN.
Solid kills rolling out from the side of MIBR as they're looking just to clean up these pistols. Just one loss so far. And that's that. So some just chilling out on this eco. Trying not to get you guys missing any of the action, so we're sorry for the production issues in advance. So it's gonna be an easy mop up of this pistol round. We'll see you guys. Be back just in a bit, trying to work out some of these production issues for you guys while this inevitable save from Zevi comes through. So we'll be back in just a second. I can't, dude. Starting to panic a little. I am panicking. But are your stream not working?
Yeah, it's just like it's back to choppy city.
Trying to fix things up for you guys. Do not fret. We'll be back in just a second.
Switch my flow up. Back in high school, they were telling me I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone will show up. Got in an accident and still made it for them to go nuts. You know what? I'm so what? I'm so That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide in with the rhymes that make the dimes. I'll close their eyes and fantasize. I'm divine, calling their phone number. Yeah. No, you know I love it. What's up, babe? And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats. On stages for their ones gracefully, and I got a smile that they hate to see. Young, black, successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Live until the morning, sleep until the noon.
Yeah.
You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
Bringing summer to
drive.
you.
Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know like I know. We'll take it round and round again.
Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime. I can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empowered those who dream.
All right, well, production issues aside, we're gonna have to navigate this one in the dark, without X-ray, in the perspective of all the players. I want to say it's more immersiveness, but we'll say that I'll map myself, and mostly just myself. I apologize for these issues. Either way, currently 6-0 for MIBR. Now, you guys might not have to be around without X-ray for long, unless paiN have some tricks up their sleeve here on the ramp, and it works out excellently. Zevi striking down Brennison to begin, and we have a server reset. Well, that doesn't really help out things, compounding the issue that I don't even have my camera on, or my camera has also just died, so things not looking great, but we're back into the swing of things. All right, it just had a little oopsie here and there. Yeah. All you can do is laugh.
Start. Yeah, exactly.
All we can do is laugh here. As now everything has fallen apart. Literally everything. The HUD to boot. Oh my goodness, man. It's at the seams. This is
I can't help it.
A broadcast of all time.
Well, hey, player on back
Zevi.
default has gotten a kill. Yeah, Zevi onto Henny. And now we have another T looking for something to be given over. And there it is. Exit. Trades back again. And I can't do the math fast enough to understand who has the man advantage here. But we are playing the round.
We are playing the round. Exit just won a clutch.
Yeah,
that's so great.
I think the round is won. Yeah, and I think we're now into a 7-0 for MIBR.
Oh, nice. Now the HUD decided to start working again. So we're back, I guess. Oh, my goodness. Well, I don't know what to say here, Paladin, but to say that this is a comedy of errors. But it is 7-0 at the end of the day. And both teams are back on a full buy after the eco. Teams winning clutches left and right. Bunch of numbers showing up on the screen. Gratisfaction all of a sudden makes the presence in the server. I don't know what to say here, Paladin. It's a wild day at the office, but up on towards ramp. Finally, a game to be casted here. As
oh no!
In his own goalie. It can't get wilder than this.
It's comedy on and off the server here, Fi. I mean, we're gonna get it via the players as well. I mean, you had the team kill in round number 2 that we were able to catch. And then now the real 1G in full effect here on the ramp. Now this 3v4, this is where MIBR love to just slow the pace down. Whether they're in a man advantage or a man deficit situation, they love to just slow the clock down and really force their opponents to look for information elsewhere. And to no such effect thus far. Exit is searching for something on the ramp, but to no avail. Wow, double sandbag setup. Thanks, Ches. And as they inch their way up, this bait setup could spell disaster and potentially a first round here for paiN.
It's looking good. That's an insane turn, though, from Turtle.
There's no way they're expecting this next player, though.
No, yeah, they are certainly not. Both players are staring at the site right now. Hard Zhao has 2 easy kills right in front of him. And first kill's there. Now it puts the second and Turtle on notice, but they know Turtle is in position. And that's that.
Yeah, and I mean, these rounds are getting closer, so it would be in Turtle's best interest to save this, but dying after time, that would make things even worse. The A-ramp push, it's spammed.
Wow.
Well timed from Skulls, and that's Turtle on $400. I mean, I should maybe have a drop of these via pistol, but there's not going to be any armor behind that. So a 4v5 in essence here, heading into round number 9, which you wouldn't necessarily think that's the case after this kind of sweep of rounds that MIBR has had thus far. They've been close.
I'll say this one thing in advance, that during the halftime break, we'll try and sort out some of the production issues, but for now, we're living in the dark. We're living in without the X-ray. We're in the player perspective, so as 3 players round the corner in middle, Hard Zhao's gonna get a jump scare. Zevi seems prepared if anyone pushes past that. But MIBR respected. They're going to back away. And we're seeing some players locking horns here and there, showing information, but no frags.
Yeah, problem is they're unlimited utility, limited weaponry as well. So whatever situation they want to get themselves stuck into, they're going to have to do it as a unit. They can't necessarily split around and default as they usually do. Bigazera should be able to find the jump spot on bottom ramp. And as they start to scale, they get that side hall control as well. And they get Bigazera's utility belt. And they get an entry. So Neck is here on notice.
Yeah, and he's about to be facing off against the whole MIBR team, but that's a great first start. Now he has Zevi even for backup. And Nekis doesn't need help, though. Second kill for him on that short shelf. Exit also taking flak. A good shot back from Turtle, but Nekis is doing everything.
Oh.
He just walks through with an ace on the A site. Aces go back to back.
That is dirty, dirty stuff from Nekis. Pressured from all angles. Beautifully timed util set and just effortless kills on the A4. I mean, that is a sticky situation and a half there for Nekis, especially after his site mate goes down that early. But he makes it look easy. A much needed second round for paiN Gaming. And now MIBR, they've got to take the full eco, and we finally found ourselves a bit of a game here. paiN show a little bit of life in them, but absolutely race car peaked by Henny there on the B250.
That was something, all right? Nice AWP. Here's $300 for your trouble. But I think it's going to get cleaned up by the rifles here on ramp.
Yeah, the issue is that weapon isn't necessarily retrievable, so it's basically just a shooting gallery for these rifles, and they just make mincemeat of them. Only Insani and Exit left up in this B-lurk, and yeah, you can't jiggle for much longer there. Only Insani up, and yeah, easy as you'd like. Albeit some heroics from Henny, it's a pretty clean third round there for paiN.
Trying to get things going for paiN. Good start. But, of course, the huge lead that MIBR have already accumulated is going to come back to bite them if their economy ever gets broken for the rest of this half. We can see MIBR surge to 10 rounds and see some problems for paiN. But so far, it's been promised. Oh, but it's not the start they wanted. Henny shuts down Zevi once again, this time on the AK. And Neck is feeling the need to make a play around these smokes, but no one really challenging. It's just Henny. He's just patient, and that's what I love about this MIBR squad. They have the right read. They have the discipline. It's working well.
And as soon as they pull back, they want to reroute themselves into the B side, maybe an exec into once the smoke fades, but a nade stack onto Skulls blows him out of the water, and they're into the B side. It's just hard Zao up to bat.
All right, swinging around the site, but dealt with by Brennison. Needed a double kill there, but only for one. Nekis and Bigazera probably need to make the decision to back away and hand MIBR 8 rounds. They need to hold on to these guns, or the exact situation I'm talking about. Eco could be paiN's worst nightmare.
This is that kind of bite that I was looking for MIBR's T-sides for so long, where they're just a little bit more proactive. As soon as they get that kill from Henny on the bottom of A ramp, just pivoting on over to the B site instantaneously. The triple nade stack onto the white box was just absolutely sublime. And as soon as they get that kill, they realize we can just swarm the other site mate and just get this bomb plant down, no matter how many casualties we take. And the exec is swift, and it's absolutely marvelous there to lock in an already 1/2 here by MIBR.
So we move in 8-3, and paiN Gaming with only one buy really left in the chamber before MIBR begin to run away with this half and their map pick.
Very interesting that we have a tack timeout coming out from MIBR of all teams. It feels like they've gotten the kind of pep in their step to carry on this momentum, but perhaps Bit wants to get on the mic and chime in for a play here or there. They understand the gravitas of this round. As you said before, Fi, this is that money-breaking round. And if you could get them down to pistols, you're talking potentially double digits on this offensive half. That's nothing to scoff at, especially it being MIBR's pick and all. And no AWP out for Henny thus far, and he's been very competent on the rifle. It's been a huge talking point throughout Henny's career that he wasn't necessarily able to rifle as efficiently. But, you know, his tribulations following his departure from Furia has definitely suggested that he's gotten a little bit more competent on it. Some really clean entries, and this time it's Hurdle on the B lurk. What a shot on the Zevi. He's not had an easy time.
Yeah, this is tough. Zevi has been shut down in 3 rounds straight, just off the bat. That is a stat for sure. For a man who was so insane right now. For who's been carrying paiN Gaming through a lot of their games. He has hit the floor a lot in a lot of these rounds, man.
You just want to get him going, and if you can shut him down, MIBR, they'll be laughing all the way to the bank. Henny with another entry down in the ramp. That's 3 rounds in a row now, where he just gifted over an opening. And now, with our handy-dandy third-person view, we get a little bit more of an understanding as to our X-Rayless game thus far. And it really comes down to this fight for Big Azera. And a lot of information that can be garnered, so we need a multi-kill out of the side anchor here. And a lot of information being garnered. Maybe a gamble on the cards.
So nice.
And a kill up for Bigu, that is.
Bigu falls off. But Sani, oh, he's hunted for his kills. He's about to spot multiple players and almost lined up a double, but instead, it was Bigu who did that. Last man standing Skulls. He's revealed his position, put into the 1v2. Has a player trapped on the site. It's a great headshot on the exit. It leaves Henny in a 1 versus 1. And Skulls, he seems to know exactly where Henny is. Trying to find the headshot, and he does. It's instant. He tunnel vision. He knew. And I guess we didn't. And we had well, we don't have X-ray on, so we got to see from his perspective. It's still wild how that one turned out. It's 8-4 for paiN. They're back in it.
Well, one thing's for sure, there's definitely going to be a bit more of appreciation of the game sense of these players when you can see what they can see. And at that point in time, I guess the communication was just that tight that he was tucked in sandbags. There's no need for a Molotov, no need for a smoke. All he needs is just that understanding that Henny is going to eventually have to swing. And it's, again, just a hamstrung buy here for MIBR. Tech 9 on Vieira. And aggression at the bottom of B ramp, punished by exit, trades all around the map. And it's into this 3v2 as we have to settle into a little bit more of a lull.
And Bredesen, more or less, looking for that 1v1 duel. I would trust him with the 1v1 duel for sure. Nothing giving. So Henny gets to work this ramp position. You know, paiN are super fragmented in this situation. If one of them gets picked off, we get into a very antsy situation.
And so they're really just holding up into these bomb sites. They want to play the retake game, play the man advantage. And that doesn't even have to be the case. Neck is chiming in from side hall, leaves it all to Vieira, picked up an AK off of the dead body of his teammate. And he knows information, but that's one thing. He gets a kill blind. A blind spray on a Neck is. Should potentially enable the plant, but immediately mollied off. It's just so difficult now.
I mean, 30 seconds is some time to work with here for Bredesen. He could dice up these duels and make this happen. He's going to plant. No one's going to bite down on this, but Zevi, he is playing from the heaven position. He gets his headshot. Head taken off. Zevi, though, will deliver one right back, saving this one. For paiN Gaming, that could have been a catastrophe for paiN Gaming. But at the end of the day, it's theirs. They're up to 5, and they're slowly grinding back this game.
That is such a pivotal 1v1 to win for Zevi. Not only in terms of the kind of economy stage of things. Oh, okay, I say that. And you'll still have the AKs out for MIBR. But more so for just for the confidence of Zevi being absolutely pushed in 3 rounds in a row, more or less, just trying to go for these aggressive peaks, and finally something goes in his favor. And we're looking at a little bit more of a faster tempo play here. Again, trying to punish this B play. And immediately mollied off. Insani can't burst his way through on this B site as he's done time and time again in these upcoming weeks.
So Skulls, find that sight pillar. Right now the boost goes up and Turtle, unbelievable. Jumps up, finds a headshot, and hards out here on the site. He's trying to lock things down, but Turtle's long gone from that boost position. He's dropped down and linked up with the rest of his team. They're going to reassess the situation with the minute on the clock.
They realize that Henny, again, is spending a lot of time and a lot of attention of these paiN players, that perhaps they can reroute themselves there, but instead it's up through the ladder into middle, where they'll want to lock horns with Zevi here. Good shoulder peek, but it's not good enough. Turtle goes down, information garnered, and Zevi can keep playing this angle game. He doesn't have to go too aggressive now that he's gotten this man advantage in his grasp.
Does Zevi have the flicks in him? Because they're boosting up right now on top of the big box. He's good. Is he this good? Oh, the timing just evades him. And he can't afford to re-swing that angle, so knocked off the line. Problem
20
is
seconds.
Here. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that, Paladin. 20 seconds. And a crossfire being held between spawn and the elevator position. They have got to go, and they can't make a mistake. They've also just been smoked out, too. Things go from bad to worse for MIBR as paiN Gaming, round by round, are closing this deficit.
This is just... I love the resiliency here from paiN. I mean, you've got Zevi finding a way to reorient his game this time around after being punished so many times for that aggression. He's found a way to really allow for some of the individuals that are just playing very well right now, your Nekis, your Skulls, who are getting those multi-kills and just basically being a turret and locking down a certain position here or there. And it's found a way for all of these hamstrung MIBR buys to be punished. I mean, sometimes it's lack of utility, sometimes it's lack of weaponry, and as this round it's both. But it's fast up ramp.
Oh, like they're just running it, gunning it up ramp. 2 kills instantly. Zevi, you're busy throwing utility. They're already knocking on your door. How is he going to answer that, though? Holding this angle, it's a good first shot and a good second. He keeps firing off for a third. And paiN Gaming, they were down 7-0 at the half. And now they're up down 8-7. They're down a single round. What a deficit. What a close. We'll see you guys after a break.
heart into something gold. Knew I sold my soul to the devil long ago. I rode it all along on your wave right before it broke. Time was thrown down the well, so I let you go. What I do right now. What I do right now for you, for you. If you
Well, some things were going on in the background, but, well, I'm not going to say in case you missed it, because you did, and so did we, because the pistol round just kind of went down. Welcome back after the halftime break. Suddenly, the score's 8-8, and you're wondering who won the pistol round. Well, it's the people who are still on pistols. MIBR, they faltered. paiN Gaming have crept back into this game, believe it or not, paiN. They take the pistol in just a simple B-site play, and now all they have to do is face off against the USPs. 4 players, a firing squad lined up. I say it's good for 1. Oh, maybe not. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, it is. Sevi jumps up into the blender. And then MIBR, or rather paiN Gaming, they just go the other way. I think this is going to play out as we expect.
Yeah, they should get a weapon here. I'm not necessarily sure if it's too important this time around. But, yeah, okay. It's actually a Galil, so fantastic thing to save into the next round. Keep your money safe and sound. But this will be paiN taking the lead after an absolute battering in the first half initially. 7-0 in the hole. Coming back and taking the lead 9-8 on your T side. It's got to feel good. And for MIBR, you've got to find a way to buck up instantaneously now once these guns come out. Maybe looking for another exit, but nothing really being offered at the bottom of BRM. Nekis is too keen on something coming his way.
Oh, the MAC-10. Is it going to farm up all the kills? Oh, the nade even going in. Great chip damage. And here they go. Here we go. All the pistols running in. They're trying to get their guns. And they do. They get some damage in as well. But hey, Paladin. Taking away from the game here for a moment. Guess what we have right now that we didn't have in the first half?
The X-ray!
Woo! Yeah, we got it solved, folks. We got it solved.
We've done the impossible.
We've given you guys the bare minimum. Now, bear with us. Thank you guys, and sorry for the production issues in advance. But hopefully, we've gotten everything sorted and things go smoothly from here on out. paiN Gaming versus MIBR. And a bit of a buyback here from MIBR. You have a couple saved guns, some stolen weaponry in the hands of Brenizen. Trying to put stop to this bonus round from paiN Gaming to stop the comeback here. They were down 7-0 to start this game, and all of a sudden they have the lead.
Could definitely see a little bit more pep in the paiN Gaming step now, as a slower default this time around. They've been bleeding the utility pretty well thus far, the T's. And now Henny's jump spotting for any sort of information at the bottom of the ramp. But Vieira's primed and ready for something. The flash is really well timed, but he still gets away with 1. Shocking stuff there, but now paiN can now scale up this ramp.
Nekis gets very close up to the smoke. He's jumping inside. He's going above it, but oh, being watched for by Henny. You know, it's a one-way for the CTs only, it seems. And paiN Gaming, I think their rampage has been stopped. We'll see Skulls. Can he deliver? Not quite. Instead, it's a lineup. It's Henny.
Oh.
Following up. Triple kill on the round. Good stuff out of MIBR to equalize.
I mean, we haven't seen him donning the AWP thus far. And he's been doing very, very well with the rifles. This time with the A1S. Just lining things up, knocking them down. And we're back to an even keel. Fantastic stuff for MIBR to quell whatever paiN had gestating there. That slow ramp take doesn't actually bode well for them. and they actually get punished via the money. 3 Tech 9s,
Yeah.
a Galil as well. It's not pretty here, Fi.
It was such a great start, but the comeback could just end pretty quickly here. Falter in this. Now MIBR to begin to run a spree of rounds. And this is their map pick, of course. This is their home turf comfort. For darn sure. You know, historically, they've actually had struggles on their Vertigo CT sides.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it's all said and done. We don't want them to really their ugly head as much as in a tournament as important as this for MIBR to head over to Brazil. Right now, paiN though, they have the right play. An excellent execute being put in, but a great molly to segment up this attack where Turtle can line up a double kill. It's excellent, but at the end of the day, MIBR will concede the site.
I mean, Turtle's done his job. He's gotten 2. They can play the post plan all they want, and Insani's getting a little bit more offered up to him. I doubt that after these smokes have faded, that they can really hold on to this site anymore. Flashes, utility's gonna rain on in. Hardzal goes down in default. It's only Zevi up the clutch. He's got 1. He's got 2, 3 for Zevi.
What?
Suddenly, it's a 1v1.
I can't believe it. Zevi has turned it around. How many aces have we had this game? Zevi, you're gonna make it another. It's so close to spray. Oh, goodness. It's not on the mark. Flash to the sky. Zevi blind, but Bredesen can't find the frag. Time is starting to tick, and Zevi's gonna get an ace.
God. What an absolute collapse there from MIBR. The spacing was just not clean enough, and Zevi punishes and then some. What an absolutely fantastic clutch up from the Brazilian. I mean, we've been speaking his praises for so long, how many carry performances he's put on for this team in all of these months of pain. And now, when the going gets tough, when he needs the impact, he speaks and he stands up. What a fantastic clutch from the young Opera. That 2 on a Galil, no less here, Fi.
I can't. I mean, how many aces have we had this game? 3?
It's unreal. Just unreal, man.
We've had so much action. This is one of the most explosive series that I've ever casted. What an awesome game we have.
The implications is just frightening for MIBR. Their money is absolutely shattered. They've got nades to boot, so maybe a little bit of a stack here on the ramp. But I don't really think this is going to net too much.
Okay.
This feels like 11th written all over it. But let's see what this nade stack has to offer.
I haven't seen this nade stack before. Don't back up off the map. That would be, you know, detrimental to the nade stack. The nades go in. The players go out. paiN Gaming still keep the comeback going. They're now up to 11 right now, Paladin. Is this MIBR's collapse? We came into this with so many questions about paiN Gaming. We always thought, you know, and going into this, just recent results speak to MIBR. They've been throttling the North American space, but this could potentially be a huge turnaround if paiN Gaming could steal a map or 2 away from their rivals.
And it would be such a statement to do it on MIBR's home turf of Vertigo, and to do it in this kind of fashion after clawing back a 7-0 deficit. I mean, a lot of scary rounds that you were able to navigate. Finally, something is giving way for paiN. And keep in mind, I don't think there's really any announcement officially about who their dedicated caller is. So
Yeah.
for all intents and purposes, it could just be like a full 5-man job as of right now.
For sure, considering you lost PKL, the IGL for this unit for 4 years. Someone has to fill that void. And whoever's doing it, if not everyone's doing it, is something to say here for paiN. Into the B site, another execute for them, and another success. Turtle down, exit next, skulls all over the play in MIBR's minds, maybe literally. As it's going to be 12 now for paiN. They started this game down 7-0. Keep that in mind.
I will definitely say that I think the anchoring of Turtle on this B side is something that has been time in and time out being punished by all kinds of competition. I mean, I was seeing this in ECL just the other day, and I was seeing it at Katowice as well, where these simple executes, he just cannot get that one kill that is necessary. And as soon as it goes down, they put a lot of chips on that one basket. And if Turtle can't come up big, it's really difficult to retake any of these sites. So it works out very well for paiN. This is the second round where they've actually, even the pistol where they broke into the B site, actually, the ones that you guys missed, but that also was a B side execute. So thus far, the success is keeping it simple side exits, and it's just overwhelming through sheer numbers and bullets. And overall, it's working wonders for paiN.
And so we keep it going. 12-9 now. And paiN, it just stays so fast, so pacey, and Henny gets caught up in the storm. A good trade back from Brennison at a minimum, but his teammates keep falling next to him as Insani goes down. Brennison out in the open, hammered, and it's a 2v4. Turtle and exit. I mean, now Turtle needs to rotate. He has his knife out, and Skulls could just go in for the easy kill, and there it is. It's just exit. They know where it's positioned. They're going to take this gun away from him and everything from MIBR. How do you deal with this if you're made in Brazil?
I mean, you don't have the real pieces in terms of resources in regards to the utility to slow these players down. And, I mean, it's just decisive stuff from paiN. They call it out of spawn. And sure, it's not necessarily the flashiest tactics in the playbook, but it's getting the job done. It's overwhelming these A-ramp players. I mean, even on the B side, it's everywhere. Pandemonium. MIBR can't catch a break. It's another timeout to kind of talk things over, but thus far, paiN have really understood the kind of rotations, the ideas that MIBR want to take into the CT side. And finally, Made in Brazil decided to change things up and finally bring out that primary AWP for Henny. How does he want to go about this? Does he want to go for a little bit more of an aggressive play, try to disrupt and slow down these defaults? Or does he want to sit and stand like a turret, play the retakes? Regardless, there's not going to be weaponry behind this. It's just this hero AWP and pistols to surround it. I'm thinking we're going to see a little bit more proactivity from the veteran here, just with the supreme lack of weaponry this time around.
I mean, they have to win this round. This investment for Henny has to pay off. I mean, you might see him try to save, but if this round's a blowout, they're just... paiN have been relentless on the hunt, on the pace of their plays. I mean, you can feel the momentum and the strats that they're calling. Another nade stack goes in the same, and...
Ooh, good little flash there. Just try to set up Turtle, trying to be a little bit more proactive on the bottom of B stairs. But nothing to show for it. He would have loved to get a kill there to really slow down the paces of paiN. But instead, they draw out a smoke, and this re-exec is really being teed up here. Again, this B-anchor of Turtle, he's got to come up with something to really get a foothold in for these CTs.
Yeah, this got to be the goods right here. He has all 5 players coming out, but Insani, an excellent first. The counter flash as well, helping out. Insani comes away with 2. Turtle with 1. And a man advantage for MIBR in this desperate situation. They could come ahead, but it's still a 2v3. And Henny's op is on the other side of the map. An excellent flashbang to escort in the push.
Oh!
Not the goods onto Insani just yet, but at least the equalizer. But they have to get the bomb, and a man is flanking. It's Henny's op. It's been taking so long to get into position. It's still taking forever to get into position. It's only Insani, and he gets blown up. And Henny, he just doesn't make a move. Big question marks. Henny has to own up for this.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit more comfortable.
Oh, the jiggle peaks there, though. The information's all over, and Henny might just save off the back of this. I don't think he was ever interested in going for this no matter what. I mean, I would have liked to see him go for it. Of course, it is a massive, massive risk considering his team is going to be on rifles next round. But just a bit too far gone, I guess, for Henny. I mean, that is a big question if he even saves here. But I don't think they are going to clear this. So it's going to be 14-9 for paiN Gaming. Henny, not going to walk away with the kill at the end of the day. But MIBR, this has been a 14-2 run from paiN Gaming. Let's just put that number up there.
That is just a ridiculous stat. Just ridiculous. I mean, you see, as soon as the relief of tying, getting as close to tying the game as possible in that first half, you could definitely see that all the momentum was in paiN's favor, and they just went ahead and ripped through all the defensive options that MIBR could throw at them. And now, I mean, you've got Turtle mismanaging utility and comfort now for paiN to potentially just steal away Vertigo from MIBR.
Henny, all right, an excellent start. Sniper shot threaded. Not to Biggie Sarah. And Brennison making a lot of presence. Trying to be the bait on the hook to draw them forward into Henny's AWP.
Looks like they don't want anything to do with this. They have garnered all of this control, sure. But it's going to be really hard to not only break through the smoke of Biera on side hall, but Henny's still trade on this crane angle. It's one of the most powerful angles for this AWP across the map. And sure, yeah, you've got cross smokes, but how do you get him off this line?
Yeah, they haven't, is the big issue here.
Oh,
but he misses the shot somehow. But the crossfire setup, the setup is there. It's a 3-man trap. And everyone falls into it. Just Zevi. He started off this game utterly cold. He was getting smashed to bits. He's had a clutch to his name, and now he's in a 1v3 to 20 seconds as well. He's going to go pushing for the frag. And Sani holding just a really insane off angle that Zevi is not prepared for. MIBR finally break their CT side deadlock. They have to start it here.
Yeah, great crossfire setup there. It's really hard to break that in, and I thought the dominoes were going to fall yet again with Henny coming up absolutely with nothing there. But MIBR right the ship. They find a way to kind of quell the nerves in another A-site hold. Another just very simple tactic. They just pump the brakes, they reignite, and it was really close to getting the job done yet again. If one more kill actually went into their favor, perhaps we would be writing a very different story. But Insani steps up, and now finally we can talk double digits for MIBR. It feels like such a far cry. Even though it's only a 4-round game, it feels like so far away to actually grind down not only the confidence of paiN, but also the economy as well.
Yeah, but the pockets are still stacked for paiN Gaming. They have a couple purchases left in the chamber. So MIBR, they have probably the toughest road ahead of them. Considering they don't get any freebies, they don't get an easy eco. And, oh, starting off. Okay. Teleport to the other side of the map. It's Brennison getting obliterated by Big U. Things just can't go right for MIBR.
Fog Dance Law in full effect. Big U now picks up the AWP. One kill on the A side of things just means a reroute after deploying this early smoke from the CTs. Hardzao surging for an entry. Just going to barrel his way to this B side. It's again, Turtle and Exit have to come up huge.
The mollies do force out Turtle, though. He's out in the open. He battles for a double alongside Exit, who's providing great supporting fire. And Turtle is going to help out and finish the job Exit started. With all the help he's got from his team, the great rotations are in. It's MIBR. They're creeping back up to 11.
And finally, a little bit more resources being poured into the MIBR B-site campaign. Exit being shimmied on over. And that double crossfire is just perfect to draw attention back and forth. Each player taking various amounts of contact. Flashes from teammates in bottom mid also definitely helped. And you can finally see a little bit of confidence slowly starting to be gathered by MIBR, finally shutting down the B play. Too many times it felt as though paiN could just walk through that site like thin paper. But this time around, MIBR holds strong. AWP back out for Henny. And slowly but surely, we're starting to run out of opportunities for for paiN to have a full buy. Still 14 on the board, trying to lock in at least overtime. And guns should be up here. Still no AWP for Zevi. They want to run 5 rifles. They want to keep that tempo up. It is what's been working. Just that brute force death ball type style of Counter-Strike is just overwhelming MIBR. And I don't blame them.
Yeah, paiN Gaming have run a very pacey brand of CS, but they've been bitten by it in a couple of these rounds. Where maybe if they probed for a setup, they wouldn't walk right into the trap, and there you go. Neck is ambigu. Fall victim early onto the setup of MIBR, and Zevi unable to find a trade back. I'm sure he still thinks that player is behind the yellow tarp, but there's nothing he can do about it.
Good little read, good little idea there from MIBR to pool their resources into fighting for some ramp presence this time. You can start to see, again, more confidence growing now that they're taking these ramp duels. And this is not what you want if you're paiN. You don't want to let these guys back into the game by any sense of the imagination. Zevi trying to claw something back.
Wow.
But the pre-fire from Briera through the smoke. Fantastically done. 2v5 now. And things go from bad to worse. We're looking up to a teed 12th round here for the CTs. MIBR finally finding a footing in this map.
Just a 2v5, and Hartzau just left to deal some damage, I guess. Alright. Can MIBR mount a comeback to stop the comeback? Is the
Starts
question.
with that one kill. I mean,
Yes.
Hartzau does get something back, but I don't think Skulls can ever clear out this quad player, no?
I mean, Turtle is just bolted down here. There's nothing that's going to move him from this position. Not Hartzau, not Skulls, not paiN. MIBR now to 12. That's 3 rounds in a row.
And I definitely think paiN can bend the knee here if they want to and just say, let's eco. Let's give them 13. Again, maybe we want to up the tempo onto that B site. Not even necessarily an exec. You could just try to barrel through that CT smoke on top of stairs. And maybe try to overwhelm Turtle. But honestly, even that has been so-so in terms of success now that he's gotten a little bit more attention with exit. Yeah, so they actually just pull back and they want to default a little bit more. I think this is tougher to kind of barrel your way through, but maybe a 5-man unit can find a way to break through this, but that nade, very well done, very well placed there from Turtle.
So we're going to see the sight hit go down. Turtle, his anchor duty is tested once again, and this duo between himself and Exit has been slaughtering paiN. Turtle, another. And, well, leaping out in the open to get across. He has Exit for backup if ever needed.
Again, well handled. Textbook CS again. From just those flashes into the B site, allowing Turtle to dance between default box and double stack. And you see him just reap the rewards. He's finally found his way to dig himself into this B site. And I don't think that this part of the map is going to be under T control anytime soon, now that he's got his mojo back. 13 rounds on the board for MIBR. Guns come back out for paiN. And slowly but surely, I mean, honestly, at this point, it's not even slow. It's here. It's finally happened. We've got ourselves a very close and tight game. After storming amounts of rounds either way, we had the 7-0 start from MIBR. We had a 14-2 run back from paiN. And now we're sitting back at a CT deficit of only 1 round, 14-13 now on the board.
There's a wild universe where paiN Gaming actually don't get match point first despite being at 14-9. an eco after this if they lose. It's MIBR in the driver's seat on their pick. A Vertigo.
Oh, I really like this setup here. Insani baiting out contact allows for the slot in on Henny on top side and Biera on the bottom of ramp as well. This crossfire is really, really deadly. How does paiN want to go about breaking this?
paiN have been walking into these trap setups all day, but how about the aggression? It's a 3-for-1 at the bottom of ramp. paiN just can't stop MIBR now. They have the momentum. A 2v4, another seemingly impossible situation that they had to claw themselves out of.
It felt like paiN had finally, you know, had a dam setup where they could hold back the CT aggression, but that dam is quickly broken apart. Biera with some beautiful timings with the flashbang and the smoke fades on the bottom of A ramp, and paiN are just completely confused. They were absolutely not expecting it, especially with how passive MIBR wanted to approach this comeback. And now, with 20 seconds left to go, it's this complete standstill. It's just going to be a save in the ladder room. And we've got ourselves a tie game. I didn't think I would be able to say that with kind of how this game has been teetering back and forth with these big swaths of rounds back to paiN and MIBR. But at the end of the day, we're going all 30 rounds.
They were really able to sort things out for MIBR, because in a lot of these rounds, they've completely left mid open and have focused solely on the extremities to deal with the paiN Gaming death ball setups that they've been. I mean, MIBR were getting ran over. That's how paiN got to 14 rounds. That's how they got a 5-round deficit. But MIBR have adjusted and they've closed the difference. They're now dead equal, and paiN Gaming are force buying again. Their chances of an upset victory here dwindle.
Yeah, it's just for all the marbles here. I mean, you got 3 Galils up. You've got to have an idea, and you got to stick to it if you're paiN. You don't have too much utility to faff around with. And it's just going to be extremely passive. Maybe just trying to bleed utility here. And again, they want to test Turtle. I don't know about this one, Fi. He's definitely gotten more confidence as this half has progressed, and I don't think it's going to be that easy.
There's one problem, though. He does not have exit with him right now. Only now is exit coming back over to the site. Turtle is going to need his help, and quick. Skull's ready to pop up. At a moment's notice, the flashbang goes in. Does Turtle see anything? Well, the utility's being dumped out, so surely he recognizes there's something afoot. But then he gets destroyed. He swings in a big arrow at the double dink. The spray not fully there from Zevi. But a pick is a pick for paiN.
Do they want to flip the script and go back A? It seems like they're pulling off of it, even though they got the dink on an exit. And the rotations are through. It's only really the side hall player of Henny on the AWP, but he's gotten a lot of information. He's spotted 2 players, and surely the cavalry will arrive now that there's only 25 seconds left on the clock.
It's great Molly, though. He can focus on this one angle. paiN have to swing into an AWP. The first shot is there for Henny. Backup is here in the form of Insani. Exit just joined the party as well.
10 seconds.
MIBR are trying to put themselves on a map point, but Skulls have something to say, but Henny keeps going. They're going to swing the site. They're going to stop the bomb, and they're going to get that defuse. It's MIBR on map point.
Just such a snappy rotation and a call from Henny. As soon as he spots 2 members, you see Insani slotting himself into the corner box, and although he doesn't get anything, it's just those ideas to be primed and ready. And, I mean, Henny's shot through the smoke definitely helps onto Skulls on the side hall. But just the running down after the plant comes through from exit, it's just so ballsy. And the confidence is now brimming now that map point has been achieved. Sure, you've got rifles on all these paiN members, but do you have the mentality to dig yourself out of yet another hole? Wow, finally spammed through from Zevi. And that's a kill up for paiN, and we can finally start talking about a man advantage. They've had it, but these slow defaults haven't necessarily netted them enough. What do they do with this? They take side hall, and they take a bit of ramp. It's really Insani's job to not only get information, but perhaps get a kill to allow for his sitemates to breathe easy a little. And he aggressive on side hall, looking for something to pull back, and that scope should be heard, and a lot of information garnered. And Henny does get that side hall kill. That's all important, and now it's all up to these ramp players.
Oh, but Hearts Out comes back with the double kill. They're trying to put this one to overtime or paiN. Henny on the hold. It's a shot that doesn't connect. Overtime on map 1 looms, and Henny goes down. It's only Turtle on 19 HP, and he'll fall next. We are gonna have to go to extra rounds here on Vertigo. What a wild scene we have.
Color me impressed after all of these tribulations that we've gone through in this map alone. So many different big deficits being clawed back from either team. We still find ourselves in an even keel, and we need extra rounds. Shocking to say the least.
On that note, folks, we'll be back after a short one. Overtime on the way.
Never let you double cross them. Moving through the city like it's Gotham. They told me get one, so I got one. Stop saying you're a boss when you not one. You ain't sacrificed, nah, you ain't lost none. All over the gram like you got a bag. You ain't big dog, we ain't hear none of that. I'm in the gym looking like a running back. And you know the flow, got him coming back. Who I was in the past, I'm unattached. Only focus in this moment is bringing the summer back. Oh, respect my grind, elevate souls, and I spread good vibes. Young divine, you know I gotta shine. Raise your hands for a good time. Aye.
Live until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you wanted, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
Bringing summer
1,
to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it. Round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know like I know. We'll take it. Round and round. Yo, hold up. Let me switch my flow up. Back in high school, they were telling me I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone would show up. Got in an accident and still made it for them to go nuts. You know what? I'm so So what? I'm so That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide in with the rhymes that make the dimes all close their eyes and fantasize. Young divine calling their phone number. Yeah. No, you know I love it. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats on stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young black successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Live until the morning, sleep until the noon.
Yeah.
You said that you
And we're back. Overtime, extra rounds, all that good stuff. paiN Gaming taking on MIBR. And really looking to put this one to bed with MIBR. They started this game off 7-0, then paiN Gaming ran it all the way back. They were up 14-9, and then now we need extra rounds just at the end, tail end of regulation. But MIBR, they're starting just where they left off. A good 2-for-1 out towards that ramp side, but paiN are going into uncharted territory here, Paladin. They're out towards middle for what seems like the first time this half.
Feels like that part of the map has been completely underutilized, and finally smokes up and uncomfort for exit.
None given. Zevi just in the spawn. playing some cheeky angles, some cheeky positions. He just made a sound, but Henny tagged up, going for no scopes, though. That's not going to work. And Exit will just simply turn around and fire in the back. That is 16 now for MIBR. Still the same old dominance.
They're right back to their winning ways here, Fi. I mean, sure, the overwhelming play on ramp was damaging, but they found a way to rewrite the ship, and if you get that 3-0 start on the CT side, all's well at that point. If you can get this map victory, that's all that counts.
We're going to see another pacey play out of paiN, though. Nekiz wants to get in the face of MIBR.
Searching for something here, Nekiz. Not necessarily offered anything up in terms of aggression from the CTs. Skulls also not getting much an offer on the B lurk side of things.
It's quite a bit disorganized here from paiN Gaming. They're battling on multiple parts of the map, but Biggie Zera does at least find that kill. Back onto Brennison, at least keeping their heads in the game. And that's a great shot, though, from Zevi. That could break open this site. Still 2 players in position for MIBR and plenty of low HP bars to capitalize upon. But players are players for paiN. See, it's all Insani. What a great smoke spam. We'll reel one back in. That'll be enough to escort in that plant. Insani looking for the kill on the way out. But in the meantime, Hardzao is battling. He's a demon. Turtle will put that one to rest. But there's one more remaining, and that's Nekiz, of course. So Insani in the 1v2 can't deal with that demon. That's Nekiz stepping up to the plate to close down that round for paiN and to keep us neck and neck.
Well done in that after plan. I mean, you can just see the chemistry surprisingly just working really well. Nekiz is just slotting into this team like a glove, making sure that he is that glue guy. ADBP of Zevi doesn't even have to get primed and ready in that round, and we go even yet again. Wonderful stuff there on that A site. And we go again. One last round in this first half of overtime. As it's fast up this ramp, but Turtle's got the B-lurk kill immediately.
Yeah, and now the spam comes so close to the head of Nekiz there. Brennan's going to stick out, and that's where Nekiz is going to strike. He's been having an excellent couple of rounds here towards the tail, and he's been keeping paiN Gaming in it. And so it'll sit 4v4.
You definitely have a firepower upgrade when you get Nekiz for PKL, so I'm glad to see that there's at least that kind of thing going in favor of paiN. You need to go toe-to-toe with some of these individuals. We haven't spoken too much about the stars of MIBR and in terms of like players like Insani. And it's really up to him to look for something, try to break up this paiN offense. And maybe even Henny, he's been a bit quiet this game as well. Trained on the side-all position, but Nekiz isn't offering up anything here, Fi.
Hardzao waiting to activate towards middle. See if this utility will draw that mid player away. Allow Hardzao to activate, but it might not matter if Henny can hold his own. And Insani waiting for that lurk play. And nothing getting past MIBR here. It's a 2v4. And 30 seconds to get the bomb planted. 2 mollies remaining here for MIBR. They could just stall out. They can pitch a tent. It's the last round of this half of overtime, so they do have to go for this. There's no backing away for paiN. They can't wait these mollies out. They have to get the plant in. And that's exactly what they'll do. Big Zera. The cover's there from Zevi. There's 2. Can he make a clutch happen? He's already had some insanity go down this game. To do it in overtime now. To maintain that consistency.
32 kills from the primary opper. And now they're on the bomb. They're sticking it. Zevi's got to hit a beautiful shot through the smoke. And, nearly aligned it as well. All's good for MIBR as they breathe a sigh of relief. And a near magical clutch there from Zevi yet again. This guy, what a turnaround from him throughout this map.
I mean, the crosshair was on the player. And for all we know, that could have been a lineup. through a smoke. Would have been one of the most unreal kills we've seen. But nothing giving.
Felt like a highlight teed up there. I mean, with how crazy fast-paced this game has been, we still have tax on the board. paiN is called one of 2 that they can utilize within this game, which is just shocking to say the least. I mean, never have I seen that we've got this many timeouts left in the tank this late into the game.
Yeah, it's wild that hardly anyone called the timeout while they were getting beaten back. Everyone's been able to do everything on the fly. But now we're really into the nitty-gritty. MIBR up for the good.
Ooh.
Wow, that's a lot of damage down on the Nekis, though. That'll slow down paiN for quite a bit.
Down to 14 HP with that nade as well. Things get a little hot under the collar for the A anchor, and he just picks up the AWP from Zevi. He says, I'll play with it, just turret myself up on the back of the A site. And MIBR don't even budge. They get all that information, but they don't really act on it. And now it's re-aggression from Zevi, immediately mollied off, and here comes the scaling on that A ramp.
Nekis gets back on the angle the same. Bigazera peeks in, peeks out, sees nothing. MIBR are doing a great job at hiding their presence. Little does Zevi know how many players lie behind the yellow tarp. Oh, but he's starting to get an idea. Maybe Neck is the same. SAWP picked up, but no connection. He's out in the open. He's dead to a single bullet from Insani. And no spam connecting. MIBR are going to waltz on into the site. Trying to get the plant in. Some smoke spam, though, go in the way of paiN. And it's all of a sudden a man advantage for them. They turn it around. A plant desperation out of Brennison. He'll get the digits punched in, but at what cost? It leaves Exit in a 1v3. It's planted for him, sure, but he needs a whole lot more than just the one. He needs all 3 in front of him, and they're all swinging for him. They want to deny him this. They've locked him out. He's zoned off away from that bomb, and his head lopped off his shoulders. It's 17 all.
Man, I mean, I thought that after Nekins goes down there, maybe the swarming comes through, but some real lucky spamming there from paiN's side of things. And it just makes so much chaos. The molly on the default box as well. Bier has to tuck in and go for a safe plant, and it just is anything but safe. He just gets swarmed immediately after it goes down, and Exit is left into an impossible clutch. So another reroute here from paiN. And we go even yet again here, Fi. This can't get closer. The pandemonium that this half has had, and Henny now offered up a kill on the short shelf.
Dude, Nekis is so brazenly aggressive this game. It's worked out for paiN in a couple of these rounds. But not right now, not here. MIBR are looking to knock on a map point. Such a brutal map this one has been. They're looking to give themselves another chance.
Now, you don't want to necessarily rest on your laurels. You've been gifted so much space on the ramp. You might as well start taking it. Skulls is a bit more proactive, as well as these mid players trying to search for something back. They still want to fight for this. But if enough time passes, they should find their way a free open A site. Unless this gamble just straight comes through. We have seen pivots from MIBR, but not this time around. They're sticking to their guns and going back to the A site.
Wall smoke's put into play, just looking to seal this one. Here's MIBR. And he to get that plant in the spam. It's so close, but he survives, and everyone's guns run dry. The one opportunity paiN had into this round is probably gone, all things said. And while the money is there, it's max money overtime. The round is certainly isn't. That's all of a sudden Skulls in a 1v5. It's a complete turnaround here from MIBR.
Yeah, just decisiveness on that default. I mean, Skulls, sure, all this damage is pretty much pointless at this point. And match point is still found by MIBR. Another opportunity to close this out and get away with murder and secure your map pick. I mean, it's ugly to say the least, but at the end of the day, if you've got that 1-0 lead and heading into Nuke, you can definitely be breathing a sigh of relief. All the chips on the table for paiN and team damage.
Oh my goodness.
And on Zevi as well.
On map point. If that comes, oh my goodness, if that comes back to bite paiN, it's gonna be gut-wrenching. Necky's on 2. Zevi, 60 damage, backstab. No, not at this level, not in this competition. You just can't do that.
The margin of error is this tight, and it's into this B-side. Domination here from MIBR.
All right, Skulls now playing behind the pillar. He has to do so much, but there's just simply nothing much he can do. Now it's the 40 HP Zevi. He started this round getting backstabbed, and he can't hit a bullet. It's a 2v4. It's Neck is on 2. It's MIBR. They had to pull a comeback to stop the comeback. But here we are. They were down 14-9 after leading 7-0. And it's up to only Big U. He goes down. It's just Neck is on 2. That's that. It's MIBR who take their map pick in a long and arduous Vertigo. You wouldn't want to have it any other way.
MIBR have to feel really good about themselves that they managed to bite back after paiN really stormed back. I thought Zevi had found his mojo again. He was showing that he does have what it takes to be just this resilient AWP player that can do both styles of opping, aggressive and passive play, but it's not enough.